You know, life is a funny thing. You feel like you have everything mastered, and then you get older, and then you look back and think you really had nothing at all. I got into this game at the age of 22. There's me. How you doing? At age 22, I thought I knew everything. I had a good paying job, had money in the bank, thought I had good looks, but as you can tell now, I didn't have good looks back then. I was misguided. I didn't have confidence, and what I thought was good money wasn't good money. It was just my way of seeing through problems that I wanted to ignore. And then I got famous on the internet. Oh wow. Fame's a hard word to say. It's one of those words that you don't want to really only use loosely. But by definition, I have gotten famous on the internet. I'm a household name of people that I've never met. And it puzzles me sometimes. And the reason it puzzles me is got a lot to do with why. I'm one of the most flawed individuals you'll ever meet. I have weight problems. I had horrible confidence issues with myself, with where I was heading. And hell, even now, staring 28 down, I still don't know what I'm doing with my life. But you know what? It's going to be okay. I watched a Boogie 2988 video the other day where he basically went over how it was like to be broke. And like, that's something I have firsthand experience with. And it makes me feel like you never know what your life has in store. Boogie or Steve, he was broke most of his life. Only recently, in the last three or so years, has he came in any kind of considerable wealth. And I was lucky enough to learn the assets of being broke at a young age. And I knew being broke was not glamorous. I hear the songs. I have heard the songs, the rap songs where they want to talk about being in the ghetto and being ghetto fabulous and things like that. Nothing about the ghetto is fabulous. Nothing about cockroaches crawling on you is great. All it did was create a phobia in me. I'm scared to death of them. Water and Captain Crunch isn't as luxurious and fantastic as, rappers make it seem to be. But that's not what this commentary is about. Getting off track. It's about growing as an individual. I'm sitting here driving home right now, thinking about all the things that have to be done and all the things that I need to do. And I started thinking about something. I started thinking about my first time I put a sound system in my vehicle. It's a 91 Honda Accord. I had saved up change. I was working at a Domino's as a delivery driver, and I'd saved up pocket change. Every night I would take home the pocket change they gave me instead of whatever, $2 or $3 worth of tips. And I would keep that, and I'd put it in my jar. Well, about 6 months later, after saving $3 or something a day, I had saved up about $350. So I took it all out, and I cashed it in at a local buy-low. And after everything's said and done, I had like $322 left, because they take a little percentage out on those coin machines back in the day. And with that money, I went to a local stereo shop, and I bought a used amplifier. I bought 2 subs, 2 audio bonds, and I bought a vented box and had it installed. All was $300 some bucks. This was way back in the day. This is, I don't know, 2003, 2004. So I think I got all of it used. I think the box was used, the amps were used, the subwoofers were used. I got it all. I got 300 bucks out the door. So I was thinking like, man, and at the time, that was the only $300 I had. Like, I was making like $400 every 2 weeks. I'd leave with like $40 worth of tip money every night, and I would basically blow it on everything. CDs, DVDs, video games, no care. You know, it wasn't until until I was reminded of what hardship was that I started saving money. That's why I went out there and, you know, started putting money in the bank. Started looking for that better job. And it kind of went that way, and I started saving the money and things like that. But I harp on that because I used my last $300 to buy stereo equipment, and I'm sure some of you that listen to this commentary has done the same thing. Use the last money in your pocket to buy something that you don't need, and like, I don't regret the decision at all. I don't. I wouldn't do it nowadays. If I had $300 to my name right now, buying stereo equipment would be the last thing on my mind. And I'm wondering, is that age? Is that experience? Is that what experience actually gives you? Or is that what maturity gives you? Because I've grown majorly as a person. Just today, Clan Wars started. You know, I got my PS4, I got all my buddies together. We started playing Clan Wars. We started out in a game type I didn't really like, but I play anyway because of Clan Wars, hardcore domination. We ran into another clan. It was the TKO clan. I think that's what the tag was. And that clan itself, they beat us by 30 points in a hardcore domination. Well, a couple of my buddies, they're getting upset, getting mad. Myself, I found I didn't get mad. And it impressed me. Beforehand, I'd be livid. I'd break controllers, I'd bust TVs, hated losing. But now it doesn't bother me so much. I don't like to lose. I don't desire to lose. But I understand that losing by 30 points means that for 45 seconds to a minute, somewhere in that game, we didn't have control. And if we could have did better for 40 seconds, we could have been the winning team. And in 40 seconds between two teams, or 30 points between domination teams, there's a clear winner because of a time cap. But you could throw it up in the air. What you had was two evenly matched teams, and one team had a 60-second advantage over the other at some point in the game. It's not that the mechanics were off. It's not that, you know, you have to re-alter the team. It's not that you didn't have good enough players. It's just that during that time and that space, somebody else had a better strategy than you, and you live and you learn. And that's something that's a revelation to me. Because normally, I would have dismantled the team. I would have went over them with a fine-tooth comb. I'd have figured out things. And like back when theater mode was, I would have watched theater mode from the way everybody played the game. And you just seen what was wrong and what could have got done better. And like, it's not knocking people becoming better players, but it's more along the lines of, you know, just growing as a person. Because video games, in the long run, I'm not going to say they don't matter, because they do. Video games probably saved my life more than once. I'm going to say they did save my life more than once. If I didn't have video games, shoot, there are some low periods in my life that I just couldn't have gotten through. You know? And I still love video games to this day. And it kind of bothers me that I have a job with video games. I mean, well, I don't want to call it a job. Let's call it an opportunity to make money playing video games. And, you know, I feel blessed every day in that. But I don't use it all that often anymore. Because I lost sight of why I actually started it. Which was to share my love of video games. I don't know. I feel like I've come a long way as a person. And I feel like there's only more room to grow. And I feel like the lessons I've learned in life are worth more than the money I lost to learn them. Thank you guys for continually watching my videos. And thank you for listening to the horrible audio on this commentary. I'm doing this on a drive home, and I'm recording it with my iPhone 5 while I'm driving. And I was just one of those things, spur of the moment. I wanted to talk. And if I would have waited, I never would have been able to say it like I wanted to say it. Thank you guys, and here's the 2014. Hopefully I'll be here in 2015. If not, not everything lasts forever. So hopefully you'll still have me part of your life. Hope you guys have a wonderful year.
Good job. Report to command for